I have gotten a ton of requests for a tutorial on how to make hot cocoa bombs. So here you go, guys. We're making hot cocoa bombs, and we're also throwing some heart-shaped hot cocoa bombs in just for fun. Welcome back to Julie's Bakes Cakes. The first thing we need to make these fun hot cocoa bombs is our silicone molds. And they were out of stock everywhere around Christmas time, but they're back in stock on Amazon. And I just have 2.5-inch round silicone circle molds. And they just are silicone, you can see, it just kind of bends, and this is what you need. It has six of them in it. If there's one you find that's a little bit smaller that has more than 6, that one is too small, so make sure you get the 2.5-inch round silicone mold. We need chocolate. We need chocolate. And you can, if you want, temper your chocolate. It makes it shiny and happy, but the chocolate that I'm using today, it's just, you don't have to temper it, and it's just shiny and happy and so much less work than having to temper your chocolate. The chocolate I'm using today is from Sweet Tooth Fairy, and you can see right here, it's Sweet Tooth Fairy meltables. And these melt up so well, and they taste good, and it makes it so they're nice and shiny and happy, but you don't have to temper any chocolate. We have our molds and our chocolate. Now we just need to melt our chocolate, pop it in the microwave in a microwave safe bowl for about 1.5 minutes. Check it, stir it. It will be ready, and it melts up beautifully. All right, after we've melted our chocolate, it's time to start putting it in these molds. Put this meltable chocolate into my piping bag, and I cut a little tiny bit off the end of my piping bag because you don't want the chocolate going crazy, so just make sure it's a tiny hole. And now we're just gonna put it into this mold. We'll just put it right in here. Squeeze that chocolate into the mold. Not too much, and you don't really have to measure it. Just kind of go with your gut here to make spreading the chocolate in your mold a little bit easier. I just used a paintbrush. This paintbrush will help you kind of get the chocolate nice and smooth around the sides of your mold. Push that chocolate all up around those molds, get it right to the end because you don't want any holes, and just kind of spread that chocolate around in the mold. Continue to do that until all your molds are covered in chocolate. Once you've coated your molds in chocolate, place them in the freezer for about 5 minutes, and then you're gonna do a second coat of chocolate on these babies because you don't want them to break as soon as they come out of the mold. Once your chocolate is nice and coated, put it back in the freezer. I would keep it in there for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then it will be ready to pop these babies out of the mold. While we're waiting, I wanted to try a different shape of these fun hot cocoa molds. So I have a heart-shaped silicone. It's the same, it's kind of silicone mold as my circles. I just got it off Amazon, and we're gonna just do the same thing here. We're gonna make them hearts. As you're pushing your chocolate out of the molds, be very careful. Don't get too crazy. Just do it nice and gently, and they should pop out so easily. Look at that, guys. Some nice shiny chocolate circles. They're so much fun. Now we're gonna push out the hearts. I'm also gonna make some white chocolate hot cocoa bombs because we're just gonna have a variety today, and we're just having a hot cocoa bomb party here today. After we've pushed out the chocolate from the molds, we're gonna set them right here. And now comes the fun part, which people always are asking me, how do you finish off these hot cocoa bombs? Well, I'm gonna show you guys. You can do this 2 different ways. You can heat up a small saucepan on your burner and then bring it over and set it on a hot pad, of course. Or like me today, I am just gonna heat up a glass plate. So it's just gonna be a hot plate. Just heated it up in the microwave. So yeah, we're just making this super easy today, you guys. So bring your hot plate over. We have to get rid of the kind of edges on our chocolate so that we can make it a nice smooth transition when we put it together. I have my hot plate, and now I'm gonna pick up this half circle, and I'm gonna just put it right on the hot plate and just kind of move it back and forth really quick. And you can see as I pick it up, the edges are nice and smooth. We're gonna do that with all of our chocolate so we have nice, smooth sides for when we wanna push these chocolates together and make our hot cocoa bomb. After we've got these nice smooth sides, it's time to fill these hot cocoa bombs. And you can fill them with whatever you want. I know people put salted caramel, people even put peanut butter in. So many fun, yummy things you guys can do with these. But today I'm just gonna show you the simple, easy way. We are going to put about 1 tablespoon of hot cocoa mix into one of these half spheres. Then we are gonna put a little bit of just some of my edible glitter just to make it shine a little bit when it, you know, all the magic happens here at the end. You don't have to add the edible glitter if you don't want to. So we're gonna add a little bit of that, and then we're gonna add some mini marshmallows, and we are ready to put the top on. So now get the other half of your sphere, and we're gonna do the same thing we just did to get rid of those sharp edges, but just to one of them. We're gonna put it right here, just kind of move it back and forth so it gets a little melty, and then we're gonna stick it right on top. Now you have a hot cocoa bomb. And all I do is put them in just a cupcake liner. It's just a white cupcake liner. They sit in there perfectly, so they're ready for you guys when you're ready for your hot chocolate. Thanks so much for watching today as we made these super popular hot cocoa bombs. They're really pretty easy. Go in your kitchens, make them. I'm so excited. I hope you guys do it. If there's any other fun things you want me to try here at Chili's Bakes Cakes, just put them in the comments and we'll do it. Have an awesome day, guys, and make sure and subscribe to my channel.